All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we have a watch from Merkur Watch Group out of China. Now guys, first thing I want to ask you, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that little subscribe button down there in the corner, ring the bell so you know when I'm making a new video. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so guys, Philip from Merkur Watch Company reached out to me. They're straight up out of China. They're a company that manufactures for a bunch of different companies. They own a bunch of different watch brands and names out there. So when I open this watch box up and check it out, you guys will probably see the paperwork inside, and you may actually recognize some of the manufacturer names that are on the paperwork inside. This is the 1963 Red Army watch, guys. This is an homage watch to their original 1963 Red Army watch. So, I mean, anything called the Red Army watch is straight up out of China, guys. I know a lot of people might have a problem with that, but I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of the watches you wear, a lot of the watch parts in the watches that you wear come from China, regardless of what it says on the dial of that watch or where it says it's actually made. A lot of the parts are coming out of China. China has a long history in watchmaking, not just watch repairing. So cool watch here, guys. This is definitely very retro. I mean, just pulling this watch out of the box, to be honest with you, if you didn't know any better, you would think this is an old stock vintage watch that somebody, found in a drawer somewhere that nobody ever touched after picking it up. The watch is really great retro sizing. Comes in a case size of 38 millimeters from side to side, not including the small crown here. 45 lug tip to lug tip. You have 12 millimeters of thickness on the watch, a lot of that being that heavily domed mineral crystal on the watch. And you have a 20 millimeter lug opening. So it's a really good size. And again, a classic size. I like the fact that they bumped the case size up from 36 to 38 millimeters. I think that's really going to open it up for a lot more people to wear. And it looks a lot better on the wrist. The bracelet on the watch, I mean, guys, if this doesn't scream like 1970s Speidel, my grandfather always wore a watch on a stretchy strap like this. Now, I'm sure these are adjustable. I'm just not really sure how you adjust these, but I have a feeling they are adjustable. Now, the watch is running a mechanical movement. It's the SL07 Hangzhou movement. I don't know a whole lot about that movement, guys. I know that they say under full wind, you'll get about 30 hours of power reserve out of this, so it's manual. It is not an automatic. You have to wind this watch. I tell people, if you're a coffee drinker or whatever, when you're getting up in the morning, you're waiting for your coffee to brew, sit there and wind your watch up. This doesn't take a whole lot of winding. I think about 20 winds and you get this thing wound all the way up to that full 30 hours of power reserve. So nice looking dial. Now, guys, forgive me because I don't know Chinese, so I don't know what this says up here. I'm sure it's got the 19. This is probably the year for 1963. Not quite sure what those symbols mean down there at the bottom. Please, if you guys know Chinese or read Chinese, please translate what the watch says, the dial of the watch and everything. But the indices are applied on the watch, and they're done very nicely. I love this kind of yellowish classic dial on here. Almost looks faded out with time. But one of the other things I want to show you guys is the handset on the watch. I'm going to try to get up here as close as I can to show you this, but they call it a sand effect, and it's a very rough brushing that's done on the handset of the watch, and it just really brings out this awesome look. You guys can see it there on that second hand as it's moving it around. They call it a sand drag look. It's so deep and so well done. I really love the way it looks on the watch. Taking a look at the case back. Now, again, guys, if you can translate for me, I'm not exactly sure what this says here. Probably a tribute to the 1963, the original Red Army watch, but it's very nice. The 10-sided case back. I'm not sure if there's a press-on or a screw-down case back, but it looks like a screw-down case back, but possibly might be a pop-on, pop-off. This is a 30-meter watch, so it is water-resistant, splashes and whatnot, but you're not going to want to wear this watch swimming or anything like that. But let's go ahead and pause it for just a second and throw this watch on my 7-inch wrist. All right, so here you go. And a 38 millimeter case sits really well on my wrist at 45 millimeters lug to lug. Fits pretty good on this bracelet. I could probably afford to lose maybe a link or two out of it. It's a little bit big on me. If you have a little bit bigger wrist than 7 inches, it's probably going to fit you perfect. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys with these straps is if you're hairy, I'm not real hairy, you see that? But I can tell you it's already pulling my hair. Just putting it on my wrist and whatnot. These are notorious for pulling hair. They are so cool and so retro looking, but they definitely will pull your hair. But I love the way the strap feels. It's funny because what this reminds me of is, it sounds funny, but centipede armor. It almost has this just smooth feel to it. And I wore this watch the other day and I caught myself so many times just rubbing the strap like this because of the feel of it. I love the way the strap feels. So it comes in this cool little plastic box. I'm not sure if they're all going to come this way. Here you guys can see some of the other brands that Merkur is part of or has something to do with. Here's some of their information, their Facebook, their Twitter, their website, if you guys are interested. Now, here's something funny. So these guys manufacture watches for people. If you guys, as a matter of fact, if you're interested in a watch project, starting your own watch, this company, Hangzhou, is probably somebody you can reach out to. Their information, like I said, is right here on the card. If you're interested in doing something like that, I'm pretty sure they'll work with you. But here's the funny thing. So I'm leaving you guys a link down below to get these in the description. The minimum purchase is 3 watches. So, and I think at 3, the price is right around $60. So if you're not interested in buying 3 of these watches for yourself, what I'd suggest is maybe get a couple of buddies that want to get one of these into the collection. They want to have a Red Army Chinese watch in the collection. If you're a collector, I mean, this is probably going to be a pretty cool thing to have. But find a couple of buddies and go on over there to the website, get your watches ordered, and you guys can just order 3 of them that way. Actually, the more you order, you get up into the 5 to 10 range of ordering watches. They come down quite a bit in price. So if you guys are interested in doing something like that, I know a lot of you guys are into the forums and whatnot, but that might be a way to do it. So, all right, guys, this has been the Merkur Red Army 1963 Homage reissue watch. Pretty cool piece. I do like it, if I say so myself. Guys, information is down below in the description. You like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And like I asked, please, please subscribe to the OFD channel. All right, thanks, guys.